Hello there and welcome to today's video. My name is Rob McNichol and today we're going to be talking about Facebook advertising and in particular audience insights. Now yesterday I introduced you to Facebook as an overall platform and today we're going to talk about using audience insights, which is one of their tools, to get some good information about your customers. And actually this is something that's quite cool to do in the early phases of your marketing when you're doing your foundations and actually looking at your ideal customer and your market to message match that we've discussed in the past. So that is what you're saying to your ideal customer to encourage them to come and buy from you. So what we're going to do here is give you a quick demo. I'm going to, if you want, you can add other countries or exclude countries by clicking in here and starting to type them in. So if you're a local business, you might look at a local area. So say I was based in New York, I might start typing in New York here, and it gives me the option to actually add that in as a specific option. If I've done that, I can then remove United States as an overall option. Oh, it won't even let me do that. It's always the way. If I start doing New York here and I put New York, United States, there we go. Okay, so it's going to keep United States up there. That is a catch-all, but you can remove New York and you can do and add other ones in here and add or exclude items. Always fun when you're doing that. You then got age and gender. You can see this expands and collapses it. Now you can choose any age range that you want. If you've got a product for older people, choose older ranges. If it's for everybody from young to old, keep that. If it's for men or women, choose men or women. And you'll see that as I'm doing that, these items here update and show. At the moment this is just showing us people who are based in New York and people on Facebook. And the next one, interest. So interest is where you start to delve into things based around what your niche is. And say for example you had a bodybuilding product, you might go down to fitness and wellness and go to bodybuilding and add that as an interest. I'm also going to click back to all here and have a look and see. You can also then look at connections as well, so people that might be connected to your page or might not be connected to your page. There's also advanced items here, so in your advanced you can look at behaviors. So this is items like what they might do, like purchase behavior, financial information like that. So are they engaged shoppers? That means people who actually buy and typically buy online. If you're in the UK, above average level of spend. It's quite useful actually. That's a new thing they've added in here. You've got the languages, so if you want to target specific languages, people who are married, single, in a relationship, what they might do for a job, education levels, all these different items you can do here. Homeowners, I mean it's not necessarily, and the status of home, but you might not necessarily need to do that unless your product is requiring that. So if you've got a product which is aimed at people with kids between say 0 to 5 years old, you can start to segment them by that, which is really cool. But for now we're going to use this for intelligence. So what this tells us, if we've got a bodybuilding thing looking at New York as a specific area, and when you lay over here you can see 18 to 24 make up to 25.5% of selected audience. So yeah, it gives you a good indication of where your audience resides. So if you have a look here, you can see that of the people who are into bodybuilding, the majority of them are 25 to 34 for women and actually for men as well. So 38% of women and 40% of men. And that gives you an indication of where your audience lies. You can see that as we move older here, it's far less, and it starts at quite the young age, but actually the peak is 25 to 34. Now what you've got here, if you look at the item here, you see that a typical Facebook user is a bit in grey behind, and your particular audience is this big blue bar. That this shows that it's more likely that these people are going to be interested in this than an average person on Facebook. And what that's doing is that's skewing towards it. So actually you're saying that if somebody's into career building, then they're more likely compared to your average Facebook user to be interested in bodybuilding. And it gives you some useful insights here and comparisons of things they might be interested in and their specific lifestyle items. Relationship status, it also gives you an idea of what people are like. Single, as you might expect, people who are single are more into potentially building their body and getting super fit. And again, this is way above what you'd expect to see from an average Facebook user. And education level, we also find that people who've been to university are actually much more likely to bodybuild. So I hope you can start to see that this is building a picture of your ideal customer. So say you want to target men, and it's a 50-50 split on here for men. If you look to target men, you would theoretically from this information say, well, if I want to go for my first message and first marketing thing, I'm going to look at people who are 25 to 34, who perhaps are into work and play, have are single, have been to university, and perhaps are in sales, and you could target your message to people in the sales spectrum. So it's giving you some insights here to what you can actually find out. If I click see all, it gives you all the other elements as well, so what other things they might be doing, but actually one of the big ones is sales. So you could do a specific marketing campaign based on this information to men aged 25 to 34 who like work and play and are in sales and are single. And that gives you quite a defined person that you can talk to, which is incredibly powerful. So that's all I'm going to do for today to talk about demographics. Tomorrow we'll flip on and look at page likes and see what that shows us. So I will see you on tomorrow's video.